Welcome to the Praetorian Guard demonstration, Part 7. Praetorian Guard is a Microsoft-based network management, network monitoring, and employee monitoring system. We have been covering the network administration console. We'll now continue with the backup manager. We had left off with backup manager and we're looking at a backup job. Here we have one backup job that's been created. We'll edit this job. Praetorian Guard allows you to perform backups and do multiple computers at once. So for instance, I could back up all of my PCs to one share on the network with one job. Here we have Praetorian Guard's job set up to back up the Exchange box, Scram Exchange. We could also, if we so chose, to add the terminal server. In addition, the destination is chosen here. We're backing up and storing our backups on the Scram PG Serve backup destination, which was created here under Backup Setups. And then we have our directory naming scheme, which we just have the default. By clicking Next, we can see all of the items that can be chosen as backup items for each computer. Here we can choose to do the system state and individual files for the Exchange. We can also choose for terminal server what we wish to back up on it. We'll do system state and the C drive. We'll click Next, and here we can choose how the backups occur. The time window, the repeat interval, how often. We could do multiple within a day or run every day. Everything from here down, from repeat interval on, add on top of each other. So if I do repeat interval every day, then it's going to really exclude all the rest unless I do exclusions. But if I turn this off and do weekdays, I can do Mondays and Wednesdays and the third week. I could choose individual month days that I wish to have this job occur, or perhaps the last day of the month. And I can also choose specific days on my whole calendar, exclude days and include days. And then next, we choose the alert recipients of who will receive an email when this backup job is complete, and then we hit save. So now we can see for this backup job, we're backing up these 3 computers. Now I can copy this job with the copy button, as well as put the job on hold and activate and inactivate jobs. Each of these tabs continuing allow me to see the jobs that are running in my network at this time, those that have been completed. I can choose here to view those completed for the last 24 hours, last week, last month, last quarter, last year, and show all. We can see scheduled jobs that have been scheduled. If we click here and take a look, we should see our jobs now scheduled to run. And then any completed jobs, we should see the summary here of whether they succeeded or failed. So once again, as we had discussed when we were setting up the job, the naming schemes, you can have as many naming schemes as you would like. Perhaps the backups for PCs are named different. They're named by computer name, but backups for servers are named by the date. And our destinations are important because they allow us to choose where the backup will be sent during the backup process. Next, we'll look at the SQL Server Manager. The SQL Server Manager allows me to add SQL servers that I wish to manage on the left by clicking the Add SQL Server button. For instance, I'm going to add our Scram SQL Server. I'm using Windows authentication since my user is currently an administrator. Now we notice that our SQL Server Manager connects to that and shows us the databases that are available. Once we've chosen the appropriate database that we wish to view, we can view information about that database. When viewing that detailed information, we can see the size of the database, whether it be data or the log, and detailed information about it here, such as whether it's got auto-create statistics, etc., different items that you can view all from this location. And then you can set up backup jobs to occur. We can also choose to restore a database. We can set up backup tasks such as scripts that can be run on a scheduled basis. You'd create your scripts just like backup jobs, they would store here. And you can set up custom tasks to occur on your databases. You can also view the task log, which shows you how have the different tasks worked over the last week, etc. You can view all of the logs related to those tasks and how they actually performed. Finally, we have the Script Manager. Script Manager for Praetorian Guard allows you to create Windows command line scripts and run them on a scheduled basis. There are 3 areas for Script Manager: Script Jobs, Script Setup, and PC Command Line. To start with, on the PC Command Line, I can click on any computer in my network and start a remote console from within Praetorian Guard. This will allow me to run command lines against the server from here within the product. For instance, let's do an IP config. We can see here in this lower window the results of the IP config are relayed to us so that we can actually see what data we're looking for. We can also run any sort of command here. Under Script Setup, we can easily set up different scripts that can recur on our network. These allow us to set up basically templates which can be edited, such as defragmentation or any other script that you like, perhaps mapping a printer. You can create your script by simply assigning a name, a description, putting your script text in. You can test the script and then save it. Once you've saved your standard scripts, you can then apply them with script jobs. Script groupings are just a way of organizing your scripts under the Script Jobs menu. So if we take a look at Script Jobs, these are the script groups that have been set up. Then we can simply set up a script job. We allow you to assign a name, assign the company it belongs to, the command line script group, the menu that it appears under, and the status of this script. And we could choose which computers we'd like to apply this script to. It can be in any of these menu items can be a method of finding the computers you're looking for, perhaps by organization, by computer group, or individual computer listed. Perhaps we'll do the terminal server. Next, we'd choose the actual script. Here we would choose one of our standard scripts that we created under the Script Setup, or we can do a custom script for this individual job. We can test the script if we so choose. Next, we choose the schedule. How often? And this is just like the backup area. We can set up the time window we want it to occur, the repeat interval, whether it's weekdays, month days, or specific days. And then finally, who's alerted when this script job completes. Now we have a script job that's prepared to run on the server that we assigned it. And it's basically just going to run an IP config. Our tabs here allow us to see the script maintenance, those that have been completed, those that are now scheduled to run, and the summary of the script jobs, which ones succeeded and failed across the network. That's the end of the Praetorian Guard demonstration part 7 and the completion of the Network Administration Console. Next we'll cover the System Administration Console. If you have any questions, please visit www.praetorianguard.net.